Okay, I'm live. I'm on air. What do I send to you? I did. I started the Hangout. Do I need to send something to you? Because I'm here.
So if you've started the Hangout, you'll see the screen displaying, and in there you will see a number of options right in front of you on the top menu where you can switch off the camera or switch off mute your mic. Next to that should be a head. And if you click that head, it will give you a link, and that link is for a presenter. Take that link and send it to me.
That's the one.
Boy, Prem.
You did it.
I'm learning. I did
Amazing.
it.
See, you can do this now very, very often. And what you can do is, even if you have a small group, that whole discussion, it will automatically record on your YouTube.
Oh, wow.
So if you can get Claudia on a Hangout like this, and get her to show her back office, go through all the trainings, and then you can keep referring people to your channel as an education center.
Oh, this is awesome. Wow, you learn something new every day.
And it's so easy, it's free.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah. So no, well done. You've got it. I thought you might get a little lost because it's the layout of YouTube is not very intuitive. It's not, you really need to know where to click and where to go. But hey, here we are.
This is great.
Yeah.
So you're able to show your screen on here?
Yeah, so what I can do is, for example, even right now, if you look at the screen and if you just hover in the middle, your cursor anywhere in the middle, top you will see you've got a mute button, then you've got a camera switch off, then you've got a volume control, you've also got settings, and don't press the red phone thing because that's to hang up, that's to kill the conversation, right? Hang on, it says you're live already.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so you I guess you click the button to go live, but you can start the Hangout, not have it live, bring people, have this conversation with people. Now, this is everything we've just said a few minutes ago is going to get recorded on your YouTube, which is absolutely fine.
Okay, so should I hit stop broadcast?
I think you're already live, so you should be seeing 1 or 2 viewers coming on board.
Okay. Okay, so how do I do it without going live first, and then when we're ready, we just go live?
Well, you're already live, which is why there's a top yellow button on the
it says live.
yeah. So this means now the rest of the world can watch us live on YouTube, right?
Okay.
But to start a Hangout, you don't have to go live. You must have clicked the live button separately, which is fine. But you didn't have to. If you had now clicked it, then we'd be live, basically.
I got you. So all of this is being recorded. Okay, no problem. Guys, listen, I'm learning. So
no, perfect. It's great for your first attempt, and this you get to take ownership of your own YouTube channel, and you can have as many of these with as many different people as you want, and you can have people coming in, and and the thing is, you don't have to record it, because you can go into your YouTube channel and just go delete the video, and it's gone forever. Right? If you didn't want any one video, but you could technically record all your conversations, because as in any case, we're totally transparent about everything we do. So it's a good thing to be able to share with people and let them watch in their own time, in their own convenience.
Okay, because one of the problems I was having was if I use Zoom, unless I pay for that platform, I have to. I only have 40 minutes. So let's say I'm doing a training, fast start training, I can actually do it here, share the screen. The only thing here is that you don't hear people's questions. I mean, they can type it in.
Yeah.
But you can't hear if they have a question asked.
The idea is to have a second or a third person who is almost exclusively engaging with people in the chat.
Okay.
Right. So that's why I have my very trusted Bill Wilmot usually on a Hangout. And what he does is he's got two screens, right? He's got a purpose-built wooden studio shed in his back garden. And that's his office. And he's got two computers at the same time. So on the one hand, he can chat with people. On the other hand, he's engaging on the actual channel. And so when the questions come, if let's say I'm finished doing whatever slides, then he can just ask those questions and I attempt to answer them. And usually in a conversation, he has already got his own answers because he's been engaging with people, and he can give them answers without having to say them online here,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's 4-1, so I'm assuming, I don't know, but we can't really tell who's on and who's not at this point.
We can't tell who's on, but what you can do is tell how many are on.
Okay, I got you. We have 2 viewers is all I can see here. 2
viewers is 2 of somebody.
That's you and I?
Yeah. And that's the people you've actually invited are, so obviously 2 people are there. That's already showing you. It may not show you, there could be 20 people on there, but sometimes there's a delay in that number showing through. So don't even look at that number, but as long as you can see 2 people on there, those 2 are not you and me.
Okay, I got you. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, we're going to get started then.
All right.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show you one little thing. On your left-hand column, you will see a round little icon that looks like a briefcase or a suitcase in a green circle. Yeah? That's your...
A chat window.
No, that's the chat windows on top. Below that is screen share. Below that showcase. Then there's Q&A, and then there's a couple of icons, and one of them is a green circle that looks like it's got a white icon in the middle.
I don't have that. All I have is the cameraman. I have the screen share, and I have the chat. That's all I'm seeing on the left.
Okay, so I'll show you what happens with that. X banker and lower third, and there you go. You can see my name below me now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if on another occasion when you can find that, you can say you are Erica, and then you can add your own tag or your title below. And while we are here, I thought I'll show you that you can do that also for future Hangouts if you wanted to.
I love that, but I wish I can see it on mine, but I just see cameraman.
Okay, cameraman. I don't know why. There should be one called Hangout Toolbox.
I don't see that at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll try and fix it another time.
Okay. Alrighty. Awesome.
Good.
So anyway, you guys are 4 viewers now. So we want to welcome all of you to Legacy Builders International. And we are having a hangout with none other than Mr. Prem Johal. For those of you who do not know who he is, it might be the first time getting a chance to meet him, because I know our team is growing. He is our senior business partner out of the UK. He is from India, but he lives in the UK. He's married. He's got children. He's just a phenomenal businessman. He used to be a part of Carrot Bars International, VIP exclusive. Some of you on this line is from Carrot Bars, so he has had extensive experience. He's flown to Germany. He's met with Mr. Harold Sides, but his background, he's an ex-international banker, so he is very familiar with the whole international market, a banking system. He's actually, his clientele were people who are multi-millionaires. But Mr. Prem Johal, he has his own YouTube channel called Prem Johal. He also has a group on Facebook called Gold and Income. Is that correct? Gold Income Passive Group.
Yep.
And so for those of you who are new, we typically add you into that group so you can keep abreast of exactly what's going on. And so I just want to turn it over to him. I've asked him today to do a training for us. A lot of people have been asking me questions. They're wanting to set some goals about how to calculate their terahash or mega hash and understand that, and how do you, particularly with the Ethereum. I'm familiar with a little bit with Bitcoin, but we want to focus on the Ethereum and the altcoins now, because that's what we have. And then we can, at the end, if we have time, we'll do the Bitcoin. But I just want to turn it over to Mr. Prem Johal. If you guys have questions, please do it in the chat. Where's the chat button for them, Mr. Prem Johal? Maybe
we can add it right now. So what you can do is, if you go to the top left corner, there's a Q&A session, and you can literally open up a Q&A session there for them. Otherwise, if you have your mobile phone with you, if you just open up your own channel on the mobile phone, at the bottom you'll see the chat and you'll see the questions coming in. So while you're discussing with me here, you can engage with people on your mobile phone and let your laptop be on its own. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to whatever my camera, and I'll let you take over from here. Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Good stuff. No problem. Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here. As Erica said, I'm a little bit used to the gold and silver and banking and everything because of my background being an ex-banker. And this is why I decided to come out of the banking system and work with everyday people instead of making millionaires who are already quite wealthy, making them even more wealthy, because that's what I was really doing. It's a great, exciting business to be in, but I've figured that there's a lot of problems with the banking system, and people are just not aware. And I see opportunity in this, where you can educate people and bring them an opportunity that makes them improve their finances and their wealth at the same time. And it is a viable business model. So this is why we're here. So now, cryptocurrency, obviously the hottest thing in town. If it is a genuine system, if it is a good, genuine company, then cryptocurrency will serve you for a very, very long time for doing very, very little. There's a lot of companies out there you need to be careful of that promise you very high returns, but they're designed to take your money and run. And there's no complaints department with Bitcoin. So you can't complain against anyone. When you've lost it, you've just lost it. And if they've taken your Bitcoin, they've gone. So this is why you need to be a little bit careful. I come from mainly a compliance oriented, heavily regulated background. And this is why I can tell you Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not seen very favorably by the banking establishment, because they can't see how you control it. You can take people for a ride very easily. So don't be the ones that get taken for a ride. That's the beginning statement I'd like to make. Now, if I may just share my screen real quick, I'll take you straight into, just open up my Chrome. There's my Chrome. Right, so first of all, you need to understand a simple thing. We can explain Bitcoin mining and all the other concepts another time, but you really hopefully, most of us, hopefully, you're here because you want to see the money. You want to see where is the money and how do I work it out. So let's do that. Now, here is Genesis Mining. They are the supplier we use for all our contracts in Swiss Gold Global. And so I'm going to go straight to Genesis Mining's website. This is the exact same price at which you get your mining packages. The tab here, pricing, will take you to this particular window. And when you scroll down, you will have choices of Bitcoin, Dashcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, and Zcash. All of these coins are proof of work coins. What does that mean? That means that they require to be able to prove that they're not created out of thin air, but they're created out of a process which costs a lot of money. If the process costs a lot of money, that means the coin has an intrinsic value of its own because of the proof of work. Your dollar has no proof of work. It is just a piece of paper. And somebody says, this is 100, this is a $1 bill. And just because it's got two more zeros printed on it, which costs nothing more to print, what's the difference between $1 and a $100 bill? That is no proof of work whatsoever. Here, however, every cryptocurrency that is of any good, decent, long-term value has got to have proof of work, right? So let's just start with Bitcoin, for example. Here, Bitcoin, for instance, in this particular case, again, don't get confused by gigahash and megahash and all these. Excuse me. Ultimately, your question is, how much money am I spending? How much can I put in? And what's the gigahash I'm going to get? So if you're going to spend, let's say, $30, you get 200 gigahash. Obviously, $30 you put into anything at all, it's not going to be a life-changing amount. It's not going to change your life overnight by using just $30. But at this rate, roughly, let's say, you went for 1,000 gigahash. 1,000 gigahash is 1 terahash, right? 1,000 gigahash is 1 terahash, and that will cost you $150. So now you know 1 terahash, 1 th costs you 150. 5 times 30 and 5 times 200 is 1,000. So 1 th is $150, right? So I use a calculator here called Alloscomp. I'm starting with Bitcoin calculation just again so that all of us are agreed and we are clear in our mind, what it is that we're trying to achieve and how to do it step by step. So you can come back here and refer to this video on Erica Padmore's YouTube channel, and you can follow these steps step by step all over again. Okay, so let's just go to Google. Actually, let's go to Google. And all you do is do Bitcoin calculator go, right? You will get one from CoinDesk. You'll get one from CryptoCompare. I'm going to get back to them in a moment. CryptoCompare is a good one. CEX has one. I like Alloscomp because I like the guy behind it. He's a simple chap. He's just set up for the convenience of everybody else. And he says, if you feel like it, just send me a little tip. But he seems to be a nice guy, right? So we know we spent, let me enlarge my screen. Hold on. There we go. We know we've purchased 1 terahash of mining power. Ignore this difficulty factor. That is a given. That's nothing you can do anything about, right? And it tells you here already, in about 11.6 days, the next difficulty target will change. Its estimated change is 0% or whatever. There's nothing you can do about that. So let's not get confused. You just want to focus on where did you spend your money? You spent your money on 1 terahash. There is the number 1. And the exchange rate here is what the system throws up. So clearly, Bitcoin right now is at $6,172 according to this calculator. And we will take the current market price. We are not going to change anything at all. And then you simply hit calculate. So here it tells you something. Here it tells you if you had 1 terahash of mining power, it'll produce you $1.07 per day. But the calculator doesn't know where you got your mining from. You could be living in a state that has the highest electricity charges, or you could be living in a state that has practically free electricity. You could be living in one of the southern states that has plenty of hot sunshine. Arizona is a great example, for example, but obviously the machines get really hot, so Arizona is not ideal for keeping the temperatures down. But, you know, the solar energy is plentiful in Arizona, for example. So, you know, the calculator doesn't know how much it's costing you to run the machine. So what we do is we take this number, $1.07, right? And then we go to a calculator, very simply, $1.07, and I'm going to multiply that by 0.28. I'm taking off 28%. I'm taking off 28%. So I'm taking off 29.96 cents, right? So 1.07 minus 0.29. Now, 78 cents, I'm getting the answer. If I take 28% off of $1.07, I'm getting 78 cents. That's by shaving off 28%. Why did I use 28%? Well, it's very simple. If you go to Genesis Mining here again, and you look in here, and here they tell you maintenance fee that we charge is 0.00028 per gigahash per second per day. So multiply that by 1,000, you get 28 cents roughly, right? That's how much they charge per day. That's their overhead. And it's a fixed fee. So if Bitcoin goes to the moon or Jupiter or beyond this galaxy in price, the fee still remains the same. So that's why we deal with them. They're a very transparent, honorable, respectable company who's not ripping you off. They're telling you, this is how much we're going to charge. Whether the price goes up or down, we're going to charge you a flat fee because we don't want to rip off our own members, okay? So 28 is what it cost you. So I worked it out that 1 terahash per second is giving you roughly 78 cents a day, right? Now you're thinking, well, what's 78 cents to me? It's coming to you in Bitcoin, by the way. It's not coming back to you in dollars. That's very important to bear in mind, because if it's coming back to you in Bitcoin, what looks like 78 cents today could be worth $5 tomorrow, right? It looks like 78 today because you can't make sense of these other numbers where the coins you're getting are 0.00017308 Bitcoin. That's a tiny fraction of Bitcoin worth 78 cents. And at today's rate, it's 78 cents, right? But if it's daily, times that by 365 days of the year, because it's 24/7, 365 per year, right? There's no downtime for this, equals $284.70. Remember, $284, this can change any day, any minute. But this is just to give you a mental satisfaction in your mind, some kind of a figure. Well, if it's giving me 78 cents a day net in my external wallet, you know, Coinbase, blockchain, whatever wallet you're using, if it's Shift, for example, if you're getting paid into your independent third-party wallet to do with it whatever you want to do with it, then you would like to know, well, how much is this on a sort of annualized basis? So this is the only way we can do it. It's not an accurate figure. It will constantly keep changing. You cannot rely on this $284 figure because it'll change even in the next few minutes, right? But this is just to give you a mental picture of, well, if I put in $150 worth of 1 terahash and I'm making $284 a year per year on it, and this is just the first year, then basically how much am I making? So you divide that by 150, which was the cost of 1 terahash, and you get 189. So 189% is your return. 189%, ladies and gentlemen, is 189 times more than what the Bank of America is giving your dollar right now, sitting there in the bank, doing absolutely nothing but losing value, losing purchasing power, and getting depreciated. In fact, 189%, even if you're a gold buyer or silver buyer, you might be thinking, well, I might as well sell my gold and silver and get into this because this is paying me a return, which is better. And this is paying you a return just for you buying your own mining power, right? This is not giving you a return for referring other people or a bonus or a commission or anything. No, 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 no. This is your own mining power giving you back fractional Bitcoin at a very healthy, lucrative rate of 189%. Now, you can take this 189% and, if you're being honest, take that, convert it into an ATM card, and draw your dollars out, and you're back to your dollars. But you're back to your dollars much faster, 189 times faster than what the Bank of America is going to help you with, right? This is how simple it is. Now, let's say tomorrow Bitcoin reached 7,000. All you do is change the exchange rate, calculate all over again, and now what was $1.07 is suddenly $1.21. So you see, overnight, if the price shot up, everything changes. Now, $1.21 times 0.28 is what we're going to take off. So we're taking off 33 cents from there. Let's say 34 cents, right? $1.21 minus 0.34 cents is 87 cents per day. 87 cents per day times 365. That's $317. You put in 150 for 1 terahash, and if Bitcoin touches $7,000, you're going to make $317 per year. That is easily more than 200%. Yeah, let's see how much it is. Divided by $150 per terahash that we paid, you're looking at 211% return. All it has to do is Bitcoin has to reach $7,000, and you got 211% return. Of course, the difficulty rate will keep bringing it back down to earth, because the higher that this difficulty rate goes, the more difficult it is to get that profitability going. But don't worry about it. Don't bog yourself down. Bitcoin, this equation, this whole calculator was returning about 55% exactly 1 year ago from now. Yeah, and now it's gone to over 200%. So yes, things can change very rapidly. There are some coins that are only returning about 50% right now, but that doesn't mean things can't change. So don't put off the other alternative coins, because what happened with Bitcoin can happen with any of the other decent coins, as long as they have proof of work, as long as there is some substance to the actual cryptocurrency, you are okay, right? Now let's have a look at something else. Now let's see, that was just Bitcoin, right? So let's have a look at Ethereum. There we go. There's Ethereum. Now Ethereum has a different power structure, so you're measuring it in mega hash instead of giga hash. Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about it too much. What you're going to do is have a look here, and let's say you had a budget to spend on Ethereum mining. Let's say the budget was $90, 120, 100, 225. Let's go 600. Maybe. What about 1,000? Let's see if there's anything for 1,000. No, there's nothing in between. Okay, let's go $600. 20 mega hash is going to cost you $600. 20 mH per second, mega hash per second, is going to cost you $600, right? So let's work that out now. If you go to this website called cryptocompare.com, cryptocompare.com, this is one of the useful ones. There are many others, but this is the one I personally like to use because it's fairly straightforward. You go into here, it says mining, and in mining, it will give you a background on the companies, various equipment. You can even mine privately, although it's only recommended if you really, really are going, have that determination to do it yourself. Otherwise, don't get involved and entangled in all the cables and wires and equipment and everything else, and the electricity bill and everything else. It's easier to cloud mine, which is what we are doing. It's just everybody's easy option rather than setting things up on your own, right? So they give you a whole lot of information here, but right next to it here is mining calculator for Ethereum Classic, for Zcash, for Digital Cash, for Dashcoin. So there's a number of different mining calculators. You can calculate XMR, which is Monero. We've got these contracts now live in the back office, so you can pick up some Monero as well. There's Ethereum Classic. We don't do this, but we do the Ethereum, the regular forked Ethereum, ETH. We've got that. We've got Zcash. We've got Dashcoin. We've got Litecoin. And obviously, Bitcoin is there as well. Now, with Ethereum, it's very simple. Remember, we had agreed to use 20 mega hash per second worth $600. The contract cost you $600, and it's 20 mega hash per second. So here you've got 20 mega hash per second, right? I'm not using hash per second, kilo hash per second, but MHS, so you need to be accurate here. The next higher level is gigahash, then terahash, and then the really big one would be pentahash, which we haven't reached yet. So yeah, I've got 20 mega hash per second. Power consumption, I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. And cost, I'm going to put in 0 and hit enter. And what do I get here is basically the result right here straight away. It's not giving me a profit ratio because I didn't put any power cost. Why? Because all the altcoin mining contracts, except for this Bitcoin, all the others, Dash, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, and Zcash, are 2-year fixed contracts with no maintenance fee. You will see that right here, 2 years Ethereum mining, no maintenance fee. Why is that? I'll explain that to you in a moment, don't worry. But let's just cover this. What does it mean? Well, you put in $600. In your first year, it's going to return you 333. So that is just over 50% return, right? 55% in this case. You might say, well, 55%, that's not very good. Yes and no. It is not very good compared to Bitcoin right now, but it is fantastic compared to Bank of America. What are you comparing it to? It is not very good compared to Bitcoin today, but it is exactly the same as what Bitcoin was doing a year ago. Right? So a year ago, Bitcoin started flying. If Ethereum starts flying anytime soon, this number will change. If you have this contract already, you'll be one of those people suddenly experiencing a lot of profit coming into you just because you've got that contract. If you get started now, you have 2 years to run the contract out. If you start later, you could buy it then. But if it becomes really profitable to mine then, you may not even get it. So this is the trouble. All these extremely high value, profitable coins are out of stock. Why? Because, excuse me, people with deep wallets have suddenly realized this is a way better than all the other money I'm trying to get my financial advisor and my financial consultant is, he can barely return me 5-10% per year. Here I'm making like nearly 200%. You know what? You keep your portfolio. I'm gonna go mining, and guess what? Big bucks coming in, and that's why it's out of stock. And the same applies to many others. Dashcoin out of stock. Ethereum is still available. It's not profitable as compared to Bitcoin, of course, but that's also why it's available, right? If by November 5th, for example, there's a couple of news items that should come out regarding Ethereum by November 5th. I'm not speculating and I'm not predicting anything. That's not my job. But if that news is favorable and positive for Ethereum, watch Ethereum fly in price on the one hand. And on the other hand, watch these contracts fly out of the door on the other hand. So they'll be gone in no time at all. Before you can spell Ethereum, they'll be gone, right? But they're in stock right now. Litecoin, again, out of stock. Monero, in stock, we have it. And Zcash, back in stock because it was also sold out recently. But you can work out all these different coins in the same way. So all you have to do is, look at basically all the different contracts, and you can see here, Zcash mining, 2-year contract, no maintenance fee, right? The same is with all the other altcoins. Monero mining, 2-year contract, no maintenance fee. Only Bitcoin is the one that is an open-ended contract and maintenance fees applies. What does that mean? Well, it's very simple. Let's Google search it, right? So I'm going to go Google search and do GPU miner go, right? And I'm going to click on images, okay? So these are all the different GPU miners. This is just a regular computer processing unit, One of these little narrow little boxes in here, you would have them in your Xbox, you'd have them in your PlayStation. And these are jack of all trades. They can do a bit of everything. They're not perfect at any one thing, but they can do a bit of everything. They can do sound, they can do graphics, they can do a lot of images, they can do this, they can do that. So what happens is all the altcoins, the vast majority of them, these ones, they are produced using these GPU miners, right? Because you can just simply change the software. This is a screen of how the software would look, how you would actually give it the command to switch from one to the other. You can't do that. Once you buy your contract, you've got the contract that you purchased. But if you were to do this as a hobby miner at home, for example, it's not that difficult to figure this out. Lots of people are doing it anyway. But what happens here is, obviously there's a fire risk, masses of electricity consumed. A unit like this could easily consume as much electricity as a whole household. So unless you're prepared to pay for it and risk a fire hazard, don't bother with it. But GPU miners are basically, the cards used in here are a jack of all trades. They're meant to do many different things, but they're not really constructed very well. So they do burn out every 2 years or so. That's why there is a 2-year limit, because there's no point in offering you anything more than that. If the chip is going to burn out, who's paying for the replacement cost of the chips that are burning out? Who's going to pay for that? When you buy a contract, you've effectively purchased one unit or whatever power you've purchased that, and they tell you, look, for 2 years, whatever happens, for 2 years, it's yours, and we'll make it run. And what we've done is we've charged you the electricity cost up front because we know exactly how much they consume over 2 years. We'll charge it to you up front, and off you go. So that's a GPU miner, right? Bitcoin is very different. Bitcoin uses ASIC miner, right? ASIC miner, and this is a custom-built tank, right? This is your M1A1 Abrams tank. This is a jet engine basically attached to a solid machine. It's custom built. It has one job and one job only. It doesn't mess around with graphics this and sound here and all the other things that the jack of all trade does. No, this has got only one job, and that's to mine for Bitcoin. No nonsense. It's just going to go for Bitcoin over and over, and it'll run years altogether. Because why? It's built to last. It is built like a tank. So this is why Bitcoin mining, they can tell you, look, we know this is going to last. We don't know how long exactly. It may last 5 years, 6 years, 20 years. We don't know. But as long as you've got a contract with us, we will keep supplying you the Bitcoin earning in proportion to the power you purchase. Now this thing here, this box here is an S9 Antminer. This thing has a capacity of 11.5 terahash, right? So let's have a look here. 11.5 terahash in Bitcoin, $1,950 buys you 15 terahash. So $2,000 roughly buys you 15 terahash. Here, this miner over here, if you were to go shopping for it, E9, no, not that one. I want S9. Let's look for it correctly, right? So I want an Antminer S9. There you go. Bitmain Antminer S9. This is in British pounds. Someone's selling it for 3,000 British pounds. That's $3,500, let's say. $3,500 for something that produces only 11 to 14 terahash per second. So you're paying way more for the machine than you would by just having this contract. You're paying less for the contract and you're getting more power out of it. So this kind of makes sense. And then, there are experts looking after your kit on your behalf in our mining farms, which, again, I'll show you a picture. All you do is Iceland mining farm data center. Let's have a look. Images. These are the farms. This is the CEO of Genesis Mining, the company we're dealing with, right? And Oops, taken me. There you go. That's him. You know, very neat, organized in rows, connected to a very efficient geothermal electricity production, maintained by very sophisticated people. And all you are doing is you're effectively leasing the power of one of these boxes here, depending on your capacity. You may be leasing a quarter of a box, or you may be leasing a whole row. But essentially, it's almost a lease. That's why they're saying, look, we will pay you. It's an open-ended contract. It will not expire, provided Bitcoin remains profitable. And guess what's happened to the profitability of Bitcoin? It's gone from roughly 55% to nearly 200% right now under current circumstances. And that's without Bitcoin actually even hitting 7,000 yet. It's already a very, very profitable way of doing it. Oops. So you can similarly calculate how much power for Monero are you purchasing. Here is Monero. Let's go Monero and see what the contract costs. That's one of the recent additions to our system. It's computer coding was a little more complex, right? So this is why we couldn't bring it to you any sooner. But now it's available. You can go for it straight away, and you can start mining Monero, provided you have an account into which you can hold Monero. If you didn't want the Monero, you are welcome to get the Monero earnings into Bitcoin instead, and you can use Monero mining to produce Bitcoin for you. But whether it's profitable or not, that's something you need to figure it out, and I'll show you how you can do that, right? Now, Monero, 1,000 hashes per second will cost you $819. This is a 2-year contract. 1,000 hashes is $819 US. So let's put in here 1,000 hashes, right? And the kilowatt electricity is down to 0. So basically, your 1,000 hashes worth of power will produce you $541 in return in the first year, and you still have the second year to go for. So if in the first year it cost you $819 for a 2-year contract, let's try and work this out now. It cost you $819, and then let's divide that by, how much was it again? 541. So let's divide that by 541 equals 151% return in the first year. Yeah, or not really in the first year. This is just the first year's portion. You still have a second year in which you're going to earn a return. So if you doubled it, in fact, 541, there's no way of predicting, by the way. Like I said, with all the other calculators, this is just our, our mental satisfaction to know how much we can expect 2 years down the line. Times 2, 541 times 2 is 1,082 is how much you're going to earn. What you spent on it was 819. That gives you a 2-year return of 132%. If you're making 132% in 2 years without lifting a finger, without doing anything whatsoever, easy peasy. That's how you do it. If you haven't got a Monero account, you don't know where to go looking for Monero, it's not very difficult. Go to bittrex.com. This is one of those few exchanges that do a lot of volume. If you create an account with them, you can basically literally, I have an account with them, and you can literally, hold any number of currencies, any number of different coins here can be held on the exchange, but then you're risking them on an exchange where you don't have any control. But that's the easy way to get started, right? So if you look for XMR, there's Monero, very easy. It's down 4.5% today. It's come down for some reason, so I guess the mining profitability would have suffered temporarily also, which is not a big deal. It's still returning 132 over 2 years, so that's not a bad return compared to Bank of America for sure. But basically, you can have this account. You can keep sending your Monero in here, and from the back office, you just connect it to the address in your Bittrex account, and you'll keep getting your Monero in there. This is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is very simply, you go to exodus.io. Very simple. Exodus, like the last book of the Bible before Joshua. No, not the last book. No. What am I saying? I think so. Anyway, it's one of the first 5 books. So yeah, you go to Exodus and the wallet, and you can download this wallet onto your laptop, and then you can hold a whole bunch of currencies in there. Unfortunately, not Monero. Exodus doesn't support Monero. Like I said, its programming is a little complicated. That's why. But all the other currencies that we are able to mine through our back office, whether it's Dash, Ethereum, Lite, Zcash, you can all download them and hold them on your laptop, on your desktop, on your computer, and have control over it yourself if you want to use Exodus. So I think I'm going to stop sharing this now and get back to Erica to see if there are any questions and if there's anything I can help answer, maybe.
Can you hear me now, Prem?
Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. I don't see anyone, you guys. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat, or you can inbox it probably on the, if you guys have my text, or even on the inbox, on our team inbox. But if you have any questions. Now, what I would like to do, Prem, is I'd like to make this real. There's some people who would ask me, if you go to our Swissgo website, what people are really asking, particularly when they're getting started and they're looking at the packages, they're looking at, well, if I get this package, what would I get paid? So I think if we can transition from the Genesis website to the Swissgo, and let's look at the product and pricing page, and then sort of make that come alive, and possibly if we have any time to go in the back office and just kind of do the toggle switch so they can see. But at least I just want to use the front page of that, give them an idea if they got this package, that package, this package, what that looks like for daily returns. And then we can look at how do you set goals for what you need to earn on a daily basis. How do you plan for that? Whether you are going to buy the contracts yourself and keep reinvesting, whether you're going to look at introducing people from the free position or from the affiliate position with the 5%. So let's go straight to the Swissgo website first, and let's tackle that. So people in their minds can think, if I got started here, this is how much this says is paying. What does that look like for me in daily returns? Thank you.
No problem. Let's do that. Oh, by the way, Erica, I'm looking at the chat on my mobile phone on your channel, and below it says the first person to comment is Pablo. Yes, I am here. Then we've got Alan saying, hi, Johal and Erica. We've got Roland, hello all. Charla Hammond saying hello. And Foster's channel saying hello, everyone. So we've got a few people on. The system is showing 8 people are watching us live, so that's good. Now, yeah, let's do that. Let's go straight into Swissgo Global. I'm just gonna. Can you still see my screen share? Is it still sharing?
Yes, I took you off of mute myself. Yes, we can hear you just fine. It's your screen. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, good stuff. So let's go to my website. I've basically created a website called Lelo Bitcoin, which in many of the Indian languages means take Bitcoin. So that's my website. It defaults to my affiliate link. And then if you go in here and say open a free account, you can obviously, that's the default option for most people. You can get wholesale price gold and silver without being an affiliate. And this is for people who just want to save the best quality gold and silver on earth at wholesale prices and want a product that can be easily and happily resold to any other retailer who will be happy to buy it from you. Then this is the place you want to start saving gold and silver. But there are other mining packages here. For example, you've got the 249 basic one. This is for people who basically would rather pay 50 monthly and develop their business over a period of time and don't want to put in too much to set up a business. Essentially, it's a business, right? If you become an affiliate. The gold package is the same as a silver package. except it's far more efficient. Why? Because 50 monthly times 11 months, that's $550. $550 plus 249. We're looking at $800 anyway. This is $800, exactly the same thing. Instead of $15 in gold or silver upfront, you get 150 upfront. Instead of 1,000 kilohash per second, you're getting 3,000 kilohash per second. So getting much more mining power to begin with. But 3,000 kilohash per second is not, even that is not a life-changing amount. It's there, excuse me, it's there, so you get started. So you have something as an affiliate with which you get started. But the idea is you would want to be an affiliate so that, with this package, I'm going to stick to this package just for the time being. I mean, we can break all the other packages down in great detail, no problem. The reason I'm sticking to this 797 package is very simply that it is the most efficient. And what the bigger packages have, you can simply buy it separately and bolt it on. So why would you not want to bolt it on separately at your own convenience? So go with the basic package here. This $3,000 package has the 797 built into it, plus a little extra. For example, $800 worth of gold and silver and a way more mining power. The $5,000, same thing. It's got $1,200 worth of gold or silver. That's already 24%. That's for a business package, 24% is wholesale priced gold or silver grams of the highest quality on earth. No one can deny. It's a very, very lucrative package to begin with. You get 70,000 kilohash per second. That's basically 70 terahash per second, which 7 terahash per second. Sorry. And that's quite a good sizable chunk to begin with anyway. This is in Ethereum mining right now. This is not, because this is obviously Bitcoin has been sold out, so you get Ethereum mining. But let's say you started with the 797 package and you've got 3,000 kilohash per second of Ethereum mining. So without referring a single soul, how much are you going to earn? So let's go to Crypto Compare again. That was the website that I tend to use it more often than others. We can find a different one, better one if you like. Ethereum mining, and what I'm looking for here was how much is 3,000 kilohash per second going to pay me. So I'm going to go down to there, and I'm going to go down to 3,000 kilohash per second. Power consumption is 140 watts. That stays the same for that particular machine. Cost per kilowatt hour is 0 because it's charged up front. So basically $49.98 in the first year and roughly the same in the second year. So you're looking at about $100 coming back to you over 2 years. Now you're saying, well, $100 coming back to me and I spent 800. What does that, how does that make any sense? Well, think about it. $150 was gold and silver to begin with. Yeah, if you don't want it, a few days later, just sell it. And since you're a member, you get to sell it at 0%. So there's no spread, no commission, no margin, no nothing. If the value of gold and silver goes up, you get to sell it for free. Why? Because we do not rip off our own members. We do not take our own members for a ride. So when you want to sell it, you can sell it and comfortably take your dollars back out. This $150 can become your additional Ethereum mining, or by then if Bitcoin opens, you can now have Bitcoin as well as Ethereum mining in your back office. But why are you paying $800 when you're only making 100 over 2 years back and it's only $150 a year? Well, it's a business package, and this thing pays a sponsor $145 also in actual commissions. So $145 is set aside as commissions. $150 is gold and silver. That alone is $300. And then you've got some mining power in Ethereum here. That might be worth about $50. Add those three together, you're looking at about $350 gone in there already. And then you've got the 1 year membership. Remember, 50 per month, right? So you've got 12 times 50. That's $600 worth of membership built into the system. Plus it pays 140 in commission. So it's a very, very juicy package. You've got a whole year's membership in there. You're saying, well, I don't need a membership. Or if you don't need a membership, there's a free account here. Very straightforward. You can access the same gold and silver at the same price. When you buy it, it's the same price. You can access the same cryptocurrency mining at the same price as all the other affiliates. Affiliates don't get any special discount or anything. They're just affiliates, right? You're affiliate, you're a customer, they're an affiliate. Everybody buys the same thing at the same price. And this is why we are not really a multi-level marketing company. We are a regular distributor of very high quality products and services. And you can be very confident about that, right? And you still get physical delivery, and you still have the option here of converting your precious metals into more mining, or the proceeds of your mining when you start earning your Moneros and your Ethereums, etc. You can bring them back into the system and convert them into gold and silver if you so choose. If suddenly gold and silver start skyrocketing in price and you think, oh, I better catch some of that, then you can switch your crypto into metal, or you can switch your metal into crypto. You're completely flexible, and the free account, totally stress-free, hassle-free, no problem. But if you want to develop it as a business, if you want to be financially free and have a lot of people in your team who are then going to duplicate, if you want to be in a position like me, I started developing this team just over a year ago, 15 months ago. Somewhere down the line, we have our lovely Erica who joined the system, and she wants to develop this as a business. She comes in as an affiliate. She now develops a team. So now she's developing a team, and I'm helping her develop a team. Her team eventually will have people in it that will themselves develop other people, and so on and so on. And now you've got what can be a very lucrative lifelong income. What did you do to get into that lifelong income? $7.97 is your starting cost, which is very, very efficient, which a lot of people can actually afford if you compare the amount of money wasted on other things. Now, we want to know what else is the deal here. Why would you want to do this? There are other packages here also. There's the miner package at 170. Again, the miner and the silver are exactly the same, except in the silver level affiliate membership, you've got a bit of metal in there. And each month in your $50, you get a little bit of metal given to you. Whereas in the miner package, there is no metal whatsoever, not even upfront. And in the 50 monthly that you pay, you get no metal, you get a little bit of mining instead. And that little bit of mining, again, is so tiny, it's not going to change your life at all whatsoever, right? Same with the miner executive. It's the same as essentially this $3,000 package ambassador here. This is also $3,000 down here. Exactly same thing. Difference is this ambassador package has $800 in metal plus some mining included, whereas this package here has no metal whatsoever and twice as much mining included instead. So if you wanted to start with a business package to become a business builder, you want to have this. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, it's very simple. Some people come in as a free account member because they want to wait for some money to become available that they can allocate to this particular type of system. So they may want to get going now and later on upgrade later anyway, which is also fine, absolutely fine. I know I'm aware of a recent case of something not working out, but behind the scenes we are dealing with emails and stuff, so it will get sorted sooner rather than later. So I wouldn't worry about these things. But what happens is if a free member joins and wants to refer already, they will have a link of their own, but instead of their name appearing in the link, it'll be their paid sponsors link appearing. So the person signing up will see whose team they're under as an affiliate, not the free members affiliate number. The free members ID number will be embedded in there somewhere in the link, but basically you can refer people, but you can't refer people and expect to earn any of these commissions if you yourself not actually put any money into the system in the first place. Otherwise, we'll have a whole bunch of free members who are expecting others to pay them commission, but themselves they're not willing to pay their own sponsor any commission. That's only fair, right? So the way the system is designed is, if you come in as a free member and you introduce others, whether free or not, whether free or affiliate or whatever, affiliate commissions will go to the next affiliate above you, not you. However, the mining pays a small little bonus, and you can see that here even in Genesis. Genesis mining here, for example, for Bitcoin, if you refer somebody directly to Genesis, Genesis pay you a nominal 2.5% bonus. We've got a deal with Genesis where basically the same contract for the same price will pay 2.5 to a free member. So if a free member refers another free member and they buy some mining, the first free member gets 2.5% on the mining bonus. Why? Because it's not coming out of Swiss Gold Global. It's coming out of Genesis. It's the Genesis rebate that the company is simply passing on to the free member, right? Which is only fair. However, we have a sweet deal with Genesis where basically if you're an affiliate, you don't get 2.5, you get 5% instead. And you get 5% on whoever you bring in. If it's a free member, you get 5%. If it's a affiliate member, you still get 5%. Now what happens is, if you have some amount of mining in there, and you're thinking, well, this mining is serving me really well. It's making me 200% per year, okay? Let's say in case of Ethereum, it's only 110% per year, let's say. It's making me 110% per year. You know what? The first 10% that comes in, I'm going to go and buy some more. So now you got potentially 120% being returned to you in the first year. But the next 10% that comes in, you take that and you keep buying more, and you keep taking your income and you keep buying more. Now you're compounding, and it's no longer 110%. It'll suddenly look like 400, 500, 600% a year if you just keep buying more and more mining power, more and more of the productive asset, using every available resource you've got. You're going to roll up very, very quickly and start looking at 500, 600, 700%. This is without referring. However, each time you were to buy that, guess what? Your sponsor is still getting 5%. So this is where it's a total game changer, right? If you had, let's say, 10 people regularly buying just $30, you'll be getting 5% of that. Now 10 people are paying you 5% on their $30 every single day. It soon builds up. All you have, and it only pays one level because, listen, Genesis are giving us that rebate, and we're passing it on to the member who introduced these people. So if you're somebody who's willing to introduce a lot of people, you can expect to make a lot of bonuses. Obviously, if you're coming in for your own sake, then you're going to be earning on your own investment, on your own money. You're not going to be earning on somebody else's activity. You've come in for your own sake, so you make money on your own money. But there are others who want to refer and introduce other people. All of a sudden now this becomes explosive. It becomes more lucrative than all the revenue sharing models out there, because these contracts, their lifespan is known, their profitability can be calculated every single day, and they pay you independently. So they're not going to collapse and run away like Traffic Monsoon and My Advertising Pays and all these other revenue shares where you click adverts and make money, basically. So, Erica, did you want to ask something?
Yes, I don't know how to check my chat, so if you can check to see if there are any questions, but I have two other things. I know we're at the top of the hour, so if you guys can just hang in there. I think if those who have to go, that's fine, but I want to make sure he addresses two other things that I get a lot of questions on. Okay. So if you can take the time to check your chat, Mr. Johal, and see if you see
there's no, only Foster's channel has just typed in a Y some time back, and that's it. So,
okay, good. So here are the two things I'd like to address. One, what is the advantage? Because I get this all the time, because remember, people are coming from a different company.
Yeah.
So I get, why is it, number one, what is the advantage of, let's say, if the payment amount, the payout amount is the same, what's the advantage of people getting a $5,000 package over a smaller package? That's the other one. And the other question I get all the time is, why is there not a price adjustment? Like if you have to upgrade, why is there not a difference in the, you pay the difference? Because people are looking at feeling that they need to upgrade to a higher package in order to get more.
Okay, all right. So everybody, this is something that can be understood very, very clearly. You do not get paid more if you jump from silver to gold and gold to ambassador and ambassador to platinum. You do not get paid higher commissions. The commissions are the same for everybody. So somebody who starts out at a lower affiliate level can make the same commissions as somebody who starts out at the 5,000 level. This is what makes the system fair. It is very important to understand. If you have the ability to refer somebody that is got a deeper wallet, then you will make the same commission as anybody else. You don't have to upgrade your package to earn more. Why should you have to upgrade yourself?
So what is the advantage, Mr. Prem, of someone buying? Why would someone want to buy a bigger package then?
No problem. You see, the thing is, you hit the ground running with everything built in up front. But like I said before, you don't need to. Even if you had the $5,000 capacity, come in at 797, and the reason you don't upgrade with the difference is because, remember, out of the 797, 600 was the annual fee. That's taken care of. 150 was the gold and silver. You've been paid it in your back office. You've been paid the mining power in your back office, and your sponsor got $150 roughly. So everybody's been paid out already. So if you've been paid out on this already, to upgrade to this package, right, you will have to pay the whole lot, because otherwise you can't get 800 extra on top. This will have to be deducted, taken away from you, because you've already been paid 150, right? So out of the 800, you'd have to take something back. Out of the 25,000 mining power, you'd have to deduct 3,000. Out of the commission you would have earned here, you need to deduct the previous commissions, right? The numbers are there to be transparent. If you write these numbers down and begin to understand them, I'm going to try and see if I have my, hang on, I was just making this today, so let me see if I can find overview. I hope this is the one. No, that wasn't the one. I'm going to try and find one of my Complan short. That's the one. Here, look, it's very simple, right? What do you get? Bring in a silver package, you get $55. Fast track, 15 unilevel. This is the smallest commission you can earn. Actually, minor is even smaller than that. But for the gold, ambassador, and platinum, you're getting paid $55, $300, and $500 as commission. This equates to about 10% of the $5,000 package. And then you're getting another 10% roughly in mining as a bonus as well. So the platinum package is paying you, this $5,000 package is paying you, the sponsor, 20% in commissions, right? Now, if you came in as a platinum, and if you were confident you could bring in 5 other platinums, you've recovered your money completely. 20% times 5 is 5,000. So you would have made your money back. Your 5,000 is back in your own pocket. You still keep the original $1,200 in metals, and you still keep your mining power. Now, this is obviously Bitcoin mining power, 15,000 gigahash per second, but now it's changed to Ethereum. But you know, the same logic applies. You've kept your $1,200. You've come in at $5,000. You've got a decent size mining power to begin with anyway, and you bring in 5 of the same level if you can. Now, if you can't, then well, you have the other levels to bring in. You'll just need more of the others to make up for your money you invested. But basically, the idea is any level you pick, any of these packages you pick, and again, I'll show you my website here. Oops. Any of these packages you pick, the logic is there's enough juice in there in commissions and bonuses that you bring in 5 others of the same level and your money is recovered. Of course, if you're starting with 249 package and you bring in 1 platinum, you've doubled your money you started out with. You've practically covered your whole year's subscription there. Yeah, so of course you should get paid more if you bring in somebody with a bigger package, but the idea of the bigger package is it simply gives your sponsor the incentive and the cash flow to keep looking for bigger package members, and it gives you as a bigger package owner the incentive to find others at the same level. That's all it is. All of them pay proportionately more or less the same. So if you were to look at these percentages here, look, cost to referral, all right? Silver costs you 249 plus 50 monthly. Then you've got 797 one-off per year. Then 3,000 ambassador, 5,000 platinum. To the sponsor, this pays 28 whopping percent. This pays 18%. This pays 13%. This pays 12%. That's a very healthy income. On top of that, you're going to get bonuses in mining as well. You get 25% of the value of this. 25% is in mining. 20% of the value of this is in a mining bonus. 20%, 20%. This is the smallest, 5.5. But you know, they're paying 20% of the value of your mining comes back to you as a bonus. And from 13 to 28% and anything in between of the value of this package comes to you as cash. So, you know, it's very transparent. It's not there to hide. And there's no conditions to be met here. It's a unilevel system. The more you have, the more you enjoy. The greater, the wider you can go. You don't have to worry about a power leg running away on the one side and then you try to catch up with it on your weak leg and trying to somehow match units and cycle bonuses, and you're struggling with that. You know, systems like that, there are thousands upon thousands of people that have tens of thousands and even millions of units visible to them, stuck in there in the system in front of their eyes, and unable to cycle it out. They're sitting on thousands and thousands of points worth of thousands and thousands of dollars, and they can't do a thing because they can't catch up with the power leg. That's what happens over there. Here, what happens is, it doesn't matter how wide you go, it doesn't matter how deep you go eventually. The idea is that as long as you know that, you know, you keep going deeper and you keep getting your rank advancement accordingly, and you keep making sure that somebody following you also rank advances along with you, as long as you do that, you'll get paid 7 levels deep and unlimited levels wide, each according to your own effort. So if we're going to work harder at it than anyone else, you deserve to get paid more. But this is the easiest way I can explain why there really isn't any difference in these packages. If you have the spare cash to invest right now, go ahead. Go for the platinum if you wanted to. But if you didn't want to pay the platinum, and if you didn't want to pay that platinum share of commission to your sponsor right now, well, guess what? Go for the 797. No one's going to stop you. Go for the 797.
Don't say that, Prem. You don't want to pay that to the sponsor.
Well, no, the thing is, you see, you may not want to pay that to your sponsor, but then the logic is, everybody knows your sponsor is going to earn something. Yeah, everybody's bringing people and introducing people in order to earn a commission. So the person joining needs to hear this very clearly. This is a business, and you are paying a commission to someone. Now, if you're paying if your priority of selecting the package is based on, well, how much am I paying Erica? That is the worst way to look at a business. The way you should look at the business is, hey, you know what? I'm going to hit the ground running with the biggest, fattest package there is. Let Erica enjoy this. She's going to give me all the support I need. She's going to bring all the necessary important people within the company who can explain things, do meetings, travel, whatever. She's going to make this happen for me. This is an investment I'm making in Erica. And once you get that logic, listen, you know, what do you think people who drive around in flashy cars, do you think they don't realize how much commission the dealership makes on those flashy cars? Of course they do. And yet for their own purpose, they're happy to pay that commission to, you know, whatever, Lamborghini, Ferrari, whatever, Porsche, you know, they're willing to pay those hefty commissions to the dealership. They're not thinking, oh, how can I not pay the dealership? You know, it doesn't work like that. So here, you know, whoever wants to join at 5,000, sure, go ahead, knowing confidently that Erica will get proportionately higher commission logically. Why should it be that the $5,000 should pay less commission than the 3,000 and less commission than the 797? It's impossible. It doesn't make any sense. So obviously, the higher the package, the greater the commission. It's very straightforward. There's no discussion there. But once they come in at that, what you need to be doing is finding other people that come in at that level also, and you've recovered your money. Once you've recovered your money, what does it matter to you how much you paid your sponsor when you started? Give yourself a year coming in at $5,000. Give yourself a year to find 5 others at $5,000. And if you can, I'll be surprised if you take genuine crypto mining and the best gold and silver on the planet at wholesale prices. I can tell you now, there's a bunch of companies out there I can think of. They are trembling in their feet because we don't overcharge our members. My own personal gold savings are at the best possible prices I can find anywhere on earth. So why would I go with any other company? I'm boasting this, I'm shouting this from the rooftops. And this is why I'm developing this particular business model. Because, you know, we keep it transparent. So everything here is transparent. This is why this chart needs to be very clearly understood. I'm happy to send this across to Erica. Obviously, the mining numbers here are referring to Bitcoin. Ignore those, replace them with Ethereum instead. You can check that on the website. But the logic behind this is how much it costs you to enter and how much it pays your sponsor is clearly spelled out. There's nothing hidden in here. And now is just a question of who wants to build more. He who builds more or she who builds more will benefit more, right?
Okay. All right. So I don't know, 5 more minutes. You have any questions in the chat, Mr. Prem?
Let me have a look if anyone's saying anything.
The last question for me is going to be, what kind of a game plan can people put together? How do they sit down and think about, well, if I want to make $100 a day, what do I need to do? What kind of strategy would you suggest? You might have said it already, but that's it. And I'm really done.
Sorry, say the number again.
Let's say someone says to you, I want to make 100 or 200, let's say $200 a day. My goal is $200 a day, Erica. $100 a day. That'll change some people's lives. Let's say it's $100 a day. What do I need to do to what does that look like in Terahash for me? What is it? What do I need to do? If I want to just build it by myself, I don't want to refer people. What do I need to do? And if I do want to build it with people, what strategy am I using?
Okay, sure. We've got 2 more questions. Reggie just asked. So okay. 200 mega hash does not equal to 260.92 monthly is by what is shown by crypto calculator. All right, sir, Mr. Reggie, let's have a look. So I was doing earlier here Ethereum mining for 3,000 kilo hash per second. So let's do 200, and instead of the kilo hash, let's change it to mega hash. 200 mega hash per second at 0 here is, Ethereum 200 mega hash per second is giving a return of 3,331 per year. So I'm not quite sure what you were referring to, Mr. Reggie. Next question is, Janala, wouldn't the benefit in the differing packages be the hash power? Yes and no. The hash power proportionately goes up in the differing packages, but so also the metal content. We do both, right? We do crypto as well as precious metals. So both in different packages. So let's have a look at the website again, right? This one gives you $50, $150, $800, and $1,200. This is just the metal content. And that ranges from anything from sort of, again, we can have a look here what the ranges are. The metal content is metals included 50, 150, 800, and 1200. Just the two other packages have nil, right? Now, that's the metal content, and the mega hash also goes up. So 200 goes to 500, 500 to 5,000, 5,000 to 15,000. So yes, the packages are designed that whatever the content is, including the commission to the sponsor, including the metal, and including the cryptocurrency, all of it goes up in proportion. Now, Reggie just answered saying per month, right? So let's have a look. Profit per month in this case, hashing power, 200 mega hash per second, 273.85. This is what the calculator says per month. Again, I'll repeat this because this is an indication. This is an indication of what you should be expecting over a year. But like I said, you don't know. Tomorrow, everything could change. So there is a risk involved here, of course. It could go down to 0 for a short period of time before it recovers. It could go up to 2,000% return. You never know. I'll tell you this, 6 months ago from now, but roughly around March this year, March 2017, Ethereum was returning 340% returns. Ethereum, yeah? No one was paying attention to it, but it was. And those who are into it kept buying all the packages, and they practically bought out all the Ethereum. That's why Ethereum difficulty level and mining difficulty level is so high, is because everybody piled into it. Then the price stayed a little flat, right? So let's have a look at why that happens really quickly. So if I go to Bittrex again, right, go to the market, and in Bitcoin, one of the top trading ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, this one, always one of the top trading pairs. But see, what happened here is, I'm going to just change my setting to 1 hourly. And actually, no, I need to go further back. So let's do daily, right? There you go. So this is January 20. This where my cursor is hovering right now. Let me increase the size actually. Hang on, I'll try and increase the size of the screen. Okay. This is the beginning of the year 2017. And around here, like I said, around March, suddenly Ethereum went skyrocketing up there, right? So when it started skyrocketing like this, it was returning over 300% annualized, right? And then around here, it sort of peaked. Let me just try and get this. Oops. There you go. Oop. Yeah. So it sort of peaked around here around June. And those people who purchased contracts between March and June, they were laughing their heads off because nobody even noticed just how profitable Ethereum mining became. But then the price of Ethereum actually fell off. So it's been sort of slumping ever since, really. But there's nothing stopping it from skyrocketing again. So this is why the Ethereum calculator or any other altcoin calculator cannot be taken 100% seriously. It is 100% serious in its accuracy. Let's get that clear. No one can cheat mathematics, right? The algorithm is perfect, but the returns can't be taken seriously because it's impossible to know whether the monthly number is going to hold even in the next hour or so. So this is why we just use it as a general indication. Now, if that hopefully answers your question, let's just tackle what Erica was saying. I want to make $100 a day. What do I need to do? I don't want to refer. I don't want to go talking to people. I don't want to recruit. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to make $100 a day, right? So we'll go back to Alloscomp calculator. This is the one I like to use. And I'm going to use terahash in here. Bitcoin right now is 6186, no problem. We won't change that much. And in here, I'm just going to put in, let's say, 200 terahash of mining power. 200 terahash of mining power is giving me $214 gross. This is gross. Electricity cost is not yet taken off. So this is gross. We don't want to gross. We want to reduce it. So I'm going to try something less. Let's go with 100 terahash of mining power. Now look at that, $107 per day. If I had 100 terahash of mining power, it's giving me $107 per day. But of course, we know that you need to deduct 28% from that. So that's not going to work, because $107 times 0.28%, that's $30 taken off 107. That's less than $100. That's not going to work. So let's try 130 terahash. Now we're looking $139, right? $139 gross per day times 0.28 is my electricity cost. That's $38, right? So 139 minus 138, 139 minus 38 is $101. So to get roughly $101 net in my wallet every single day, that you can then take to the ATM and put your debit, a Bitcoin debit card. It's kind of a preloaded Bitcoin card. You can stick it into the ATM and get your $100 a day out. And if that's what you want to do, you need 130 terahash per second. Currently, this can change, right? This can, like I said, that's what it's doing right now. But remember, this is $100 you're making today. 1 year ago, you'd be looking at a figure of $50 for the same power. So basically, the power is exactly the same from last year, but it's what it's spitting out towards you into your wallet every single day in these tiny little fractions has suddenly become more profitable without changing a thing. So if Bitcoin keeps going up in value, this $100 could easily become $200 per day without changing the power. Why?
So how much are you paying for that 130?
Yeah, it's again very easy to calculate. 130. So basically, Bitcoin here, you've got 15 terahash costs 1950, right? So $1950 divided by 15 terahash should be 130. 130 per terahash is the dollar amount, and we needed how many? We needed 130 of them. So it's basically 130 times 130 equals, you need an investment of $16,900 US. So just shy of $17,000 US investment to make $100 back per day, right? So yeah, that's roughly what it takes. $17,000 will pay you $100 worth of Bitcoin every single day, if that's what you want to achieve. Now, 130 terahash is a lot of money to buy. $17,000 is a lot to invest for a lot of people. But this is why we have the bonus structure. You know, if you were to refer just to one of these $5,000 packages, you've got yourself 5 terahash of mining power as a bonus. That's your bonus. 3 terahash, not 5. 3 terahash in when Bitcoin becomes active again, you get that in bonus. So if you were to refer enough $5,000 package people, it's a very, very simple logic, right? I'd like to actually do this number again here on a piece of paper, start from scratch. So, you know, there's nobody with any doubts left. I'm just going to increase the size, right? 30 and make it bold, right? Now, free account is very simple. You spend 1950 on the package worth 15 terahash per second. Yeah, 15 terahash per second. Let's just work it out. 15 terahash per second will give you a monthly return of, daily return of $16. So $16 times 0.28, that's $4.48 taken off. So 16 minus $4.48 net, right? That's $11.52 times 365 days is $4,200, right? Okay, very good. I like that number, $4,204. So as a free account, you spend $1,950. You get 15 terahash per second, and that is returning you 4,200 and something dollars.
Wow.
Okay, this is your free account returning you 4,200 and something dollars over a year's time. Not bad, is it? Right.
Not bad.
Now, you start with a gold member. You're still spending the same 1,950 plus your 797 gold membership fee. That also includes something. But because you spent this 1,950, you're still getting the same 1,500 terahash per second. And you're still going to be earning 4,200 because it's the same power. The same amount of power is paying you the same amount. Platinum. Now you're spending $5,000. That includes this. It includes this and this already. Plus it's got $1,200 worth of gold and silver. And that's returning you 4,200 still. Why? Because this also has only 15 terahash per second already built in. So here you have three ways of looking at it. Each of these packages has 15 terahash per second. Let me just highlight this in a different color, right? So let's make it red. Each of these packages has the same power, right? But on a free package, your $2,000 investment is coming back to you double. On this, a roughly $3,000 investment is coming back to you at the rate of maybe 100 and something percent, but not double, just 100 and something percent. Is that still lucrative or not? Of course it is. This investment here, you might say, well, if you told somebody, hey, I've got a package for you, it's going to cost you $5,000, and just in the first year, it's going to return you 4,200 back. The person will say, wow, that's an 80% return, man. I'm interested in that. Yeah, that would be cool. 80% in a year is cool, man. Yeah, I really want that. Plus, they still have $1,200 worth of gold and silver on top of that. Now, how do you want to sell it? If you know somebody that can afford it and is satisfied with 80% return, it's the same package as the free account up here. But in this, your incentive is that you're getting $500 plus 3 terahash of mining power as a bonus. You're getting $1,000 worth of bonus in your favor. If you upsell, and you can comfortably tell the person, hey, by the way, I'm upselling. If you didn't want to go this way, go for the cheap package, go for a free account. Well, guess what? You've just shot yourself out of $500 cash plus 3 terahash of mining as a bonus. But the system is transparent. It's not playing around with you. It is telling you this is what it is. If you want to introduce an elderly lady, you know, she's done her life savings. She doesn't want too much hassle. She just wants to do a little bit something for her great-grandchildren or whatever. And you don't want to do wrong by her, get her a free account and get her doing it normally like this. And she will bless you, right? If you have a family member who says, you know what, I'm going to develop this as a business. I really like this, what's going on. But you know what, Erica, I want to do what you're doing as well. Bring them in as a gold member. You know, because they're your relative, they're family. You don't necessarily want to take commissions off of them. So, you know, you will get paid a nominal commission anyway because you deserve it. But you can tell them, look, start with a basic 797 package, add your mining power on top, and expect to more than recover your money over a year without even referring. But if you were to refer, you obviously have the whole bonus structure opening up. Now, you have a local dentist, and he's rolling in money, and he still owes you for that toothache he gave you. So, you know, you tell him, hey, look, are you happy with 80%? Yeah, here's the package. Go for this package. If you need any details, let me know. Hopefully he won't come back with asking you, what am I getting, what am I not getting? You tell him, look, it's the best package on our website. Very simply here, you know, it tells you 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the highest package. You tell him, go for the biggest package because you're getting the biggest bang for buck. you're getting $1,200 plus the most mining power straight away, and the same generally healthy terms and conditions as the rest of the packages. You can afford it, Mr. Dentist. If you can afford it, go for this. And if you did that, guess what? There's a nice little bonus in it for you. But essentially, I have just demonstrated to you that if the mining power is the same, there's no real difference there, except your ability to either do someone a favor, be fair to someone, or make commission out of it because you can afford to make commission out of it. And if the world didn't work on commission, guess what? Even your McDonald's meal has a built-in margin there. Otherwise, they'd go bankrupt. Everyone needs to make a profit and a margin, but do it honorably and transparently. That's all I'd have to say, right?
Okay. Well, this was awesome. I don't know, Prem, if you can see any other questions. If not, that I'm going to pretty much end it because we've been on for now about an hour and a half, and I don't want to keep you any longer. So, do you see any other questions in your chat?
Yes, I have. So, Mr. Reggie again saying profit per month. I think we've clarified that. Should we stay focused on the coins which SDG recommends? There are many coming out, i.e. Xmas coin, etc. And Janala just said, wow, thank you. Very good information. Excellent, Janala. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Mr. Reggie, it's very, very simple. For a coin to be worthwhile, you must check with people who know what coins do, not just SGG, independently. Okay, so Erica, if it's okay with you, it'll only be 5 minutes. We can do a whole session on this again, but let me just show you a little screen share again, and let me find my Chrome. Okay, I'm just going to switch off all these other websites.
Thank you. And most people don't understand to look at market cap. What does that mean when you say market capitalization? When you go to,
Okay, so it's very simple. Let's go coin market cap, right? This is the website where most people find the market capitalization. It's very, very simple. Circulating supply is 16.653 million. 16.653 million coins, each valued at 6,154. So you multiply this number by this number, and you get the market cap. Very simple. So market cap right now is 102 billion for Bitcoin, which is obviously just past the total value of MasterCard, which is not bad. It crossed PayPal some time ago. So, this circulating supply, number of coins available in the market, times the price gives you the market cap. This is why Ethereum actually has 95 million coins outstanding. It's got 5-6 times more coins out there in the market, 6-7 times more, 6.5 times more coins out there in the market than Bitcoin even. But its price is way down here. It's only like 5% of Bitcoin right now. If it was 10% of Bitcoin, it'd be $600. It's only $300. So it's 5% of Bitcoin. If this thing starts to skyrocket, its market cap will increase proportionately also. Okay. Now, coin market cap, this is where you can check what are the top coins and some of the good coins to hold. This is if you're going to just go out there and buy personally and hold. Ethereum, definitely. Litecoin, definitely. Neo, yes. I would prefer Neo over Monero. Although we mine Monero, I prefer Neo because there are some unique features to it. And it taps into the world's largest e-commerce website, which is Chinese, and the Chinamen are going to drive this. So don't worry about us trying to push it up in price. The Chinese will. So that's one of the reasons you want to have some exposure to Neocoin, right? Ripple is a bit of a traitor coin, but if you wanted to sort of invest and have a little bit of exposure, this is a coin put together by the banks, yeah? Cryptocurrency is there to avoid the banks, and now banks are making their inroads by using Ripple. But, people who want to speculate with it and play around with it and see where it's going and what it can possibly do, they have some Ripple, fine, no problem. I don't have an issue with Ripple. But it's the crypto community looks at it as a traitor coin. IOTA not doing very well at all, but technically it's one of the most superior coins there is. Internet of Things. and it's an application driven coin. It's fantastic in its structure, but you know what? It's one of those quality things that just hasn't kind of taken off. You know, like gold. Gold is a quality product, but its price is, you know, hammered because, you know, people aren't paying attention to it. You know, it's unloved. So that's the case with IOTA. OMG, or Misago, and again, another superb coin to own. This you can find on any website, generally on any exchange where it's listed, Bittrex, etc. It's a good coin to own. Zcash, yes, super high security. That's why, you know, even the transactions become very secure and anonymous, and that's its main strength. Again, it hasn't really taken off. But the beauty of Zcash and certain coins like this is the circulating supply is very small, 2.5 million only. So if you own a dozen of these even, guess what? You are the owner of something that is much more scarce and will only increase in relatively measured quantity. And that's what makes it a really good cash coin to have, and also to mine, actually. Then all these have something or the other that makes them special, right? And that's why they exist. Komodo is one that should take off very soon. So that's got a number of good things in its favor. We can't go into too much detail right now, but you know, this is where you have a lot of coins listed, and you know, some of them are worth paying attention to, some of them not so much. Some of them have already done their gain, the others are just lagging behind. It's a big market, and you really need to know what you're doing. You can't just get in there and start buying like crazy and start wondering why you're losing money rather than gaining money. Okay, now when it comes to things like Christmas coin, it's very simple. You go to a desk called a publication called CoinDesk, right? Go to coindesk.com, very simple, and in the search bar, put in Xmas coin. Okay. Let's see what they say. 0 results found. So if the cryptocurrency community couldn't care less about these coins, you know, they're the ones who tell you what is blockchain, what is the technology. These are the people who are really into cryptocurrency, and they're the ones that pain to have to explain why there are so many fake coins out there. These fake coins that just come around to catch your attention. They really don't have anything. You know, I'll be honest with you. You know, people jumped on this bandwagon called Electronium. I'd really like to see what proof of work there is of mining a coin out of your mobile phone app. It's not a big deal. Anyone can do it. If there's a billion mobile phone users and all of them were to mine it, what's the big deal? It's as cheap as chips. It's you know, no more valuable than printed paper money then, because what's so special about it? No special equipment required, no difficulty level to manage, and you know, I really don't see any value in coins like that. Now, this is just one of them, but you know, let me tell you one thing. There was one recently called the Billion Coin, TBC. Yeah, there will be some article in here, hopefully. No thanks. So none of them even talking about TBC here. No, billion. No. The billion keyword is just using. But you know, there are these TBC or the billion coin. Go and not from to the parent website. But you know, it's okay. Don't necessarily go for all these scam alert websites, because sometimes they're just trying to trick you into clicking in and trying to read what they have to say, etc. Right? But here, 99 Bitcoins is a good website. 99 Bitcoins will tell you what they think of the billion coin, how a scam goes bust. Okay, this was published September 21st, 2017, so about a couple of months ago. And you know, this will tell you 99 Bitcoins is a good website. Remember that. You know, they also do affiliate links and stuff like that. So don't just go join everything what they do, but at the same time they have some lot of guidance out there. Another way to look at it is a website called badbitcoin.org. This is a very important website, badbitcoin.org. And here you've got the bad list. In the bad list, you just put in the name of the company. There's a recent company that claims to be doing trading. There you go, USI Tech. This Ponzi has already caught many people. Don't be the next. Never any confirmation, never any proof of trading, nothing ever shown. All the trades and all the scams come in here. So let's have a look. Have they listed Xmas coin yet? Xmas coin, XMI, exchanger, no. X crypto, X coin. Not yet. I guess Xmas coin has to make it here somewhere. But you know, what's the point in those coins? Just because people are hyping it and you know it's the season, but what is its technical ability? So actually, while I'm still screen sharing, allow me to show you something else. Let's go back to the Bittrex website. Bittrex, right? On Bittrex, go to markets. I'll show you a coin here, PTOY, right? When it's ready to load, there you go. Patientori, okay, PTOY. This coin, okay, it did very well recently, and then it came crashing down. But you know, it's basically focusing on a blockchain for the health and medical industry. Okay, they're gonna digitize a lot of the medical processes. So they have a story to tell. They have something that makes them worth something. So they're not just a coin that exists as a joke. On the other hand, there is a coin, if you go to an exchange called Nova Exchange. I'm not signing in right now because it requires 2FA authentication. But if you go to an exchange called Nova Exchange, in Bitcoin, in the hot markets, you can find a coin that is called BOOB. No, it's not here right now. FUCK. There you go. This coin is called Finally Usable Crypto Karma. I mean, you know, I'm just embarrassed even having to show you this. But someone came up with this coin. Other people started buying and selling and trading and buying and selling and trading. And somebody clearly lost a lot of money here because somebody definitely made a lot of money here. But does it have any sense? Does it have any real value, real world application? No, it doesn't, right? On the other hand, you know, Patientori actually does have. There's another coin here. You can look it up in your spare time called MTL, metal. This is basically an Australian coin. The designer is Australian, and it's got a very fantastic story. It's going to be super secure. There's no way of, and that's why the name metal. Yeah, this is going to be the strongest of all coins. That's what they claim. But obviously, there's still some development and getting people's investors' attention, and some road shows to be done, and some software developments pending, and before it gets rolled out, etc. But it's going to be an interface. So basically, if you're going to spend your Bitcoin in a shop, you could potentially use Metal Pay system and make sure that that's the secure most transaction, even in your shop while you're spending your Bitcoin. So that's the specialism. Yeah. On the other hand, finally usable crypto karma. What does that even mean? You know, these are the people that make a fool of everybody else. Taj coin. Okay, a coin named after the Taj Mahal. Whoopie-doo.
Okay. So did we stop? Prem, are you there? I'm not sure if we're still here. Prem, are you there? Okay, Prem, we can end it if you want. Do you need to get back on? Okay. Okay, guys, Prem's internet actually dropped off. So I think we're pretty much done. I think he did a remarkable job of answering a lot of questions, and it's already, you know, we're already 1 hour and 45 minutes in. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. And that's it. We'll do another hangout tonight. Team Wakoa is having a leadership training. I will not do my regular Sunday training. I will give the information to you guys in the chat. And that's it. Okay. So thank you guys for joining. I hope it was informational. I hope it helped you guys a lot. So we'll see you guys on the next hangout.